Young and the Restless spoilers next week reveals the relationship between two major families, Newman and Abbott, which is always a hot topic that attracts viewers' attention. The deep feud between these two families has been woven over generations, and in today's episode, Victor Newman opens up to Claire Grace about this tumultuous history. Victor Newman, a powerful and mysterious billionaire, sits across from Claire Grace in his luxurious room. Light glimmered through the large windows, reflecting the pride and pain in his eyes. Claire, a brand new character with unlimited curiosity, listens to every word Victor shares. Claire listened passionately, taking down every word Victor said. She asked him about specific confrontations between the two families, and Victor did not hesitate to tell her. Each story is not only an event but also a lesson about loyalty and betrayal. The story turns to Kyle Abbott and Audra Charles, other important characters in Victor's current storyline. Although Victor hired Kyle to run Glissade with Audra, he insisted that this did not mean he approved of the personal relationship between Kyle and his niece, Claire. Kyle is an Abbott, and like any Abbott, he needs to be looked at carefully, Victor warned Claire. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Phyllis Summers and Nick Newman are arguing over the best approach to support Summer Newman, their daughter, during her latest crisis with Kyle. Nick is calm and wants to approach problems logically, while Phyllis tends to take a more adventurous approach. Their argument not only reflects their strained relationship but is also a sign of deeper divisions within the Newman family. The more intriguing storyline about Tracy and Alan's love affair is making many audiences curious. In Paris, Tracy Abbott has a surprise reunion with Danny Romalotti and Christine Blair. This meeting is not only an opportunity to reunite but also an opportunity to rekindle old relationships. Danny and Christine are also on a music tour, and their appearance in Paris is a happy coincidence that brings Tracy and her old friends back together. The Ashley Abbott episode is also mentioned briefly, when Christine and Danny receive vague news about her health. Although there are no specifics, everyone is hopeful that Ashley is on the road to recovery. Phyllis will put a big question mark on Kyle's relationship when she is fired by her own mother. The atmosphere was tense, with Summers' every word sounding like an accusation, reflecting the anxiety and insecurity that was covering her. Phyllis spoke up, trying to calm the tense atmosphere. However, Summers shook her head firmly, her gaze turning cold. "No, Mom. There was something more behind Kyle working with Audra at Glissade. And also, Diane was fired? Discharged Kyle at Jabot. Diane fired her own son?" Phyllis asked again, her voice filled with surprise and disbelief. Summer nodded, her face serious. "Yes, that's exactly it. You know, Mom, Kyle is on a reckless path. I feel that I want Harrison to spend more time with me." Phyllis looked at Summer fondly but also worriedly. "Have you thought about taking Harrison away from Kyle?" Summer sighed, her eyes avoiding. "I told Kyle I wanted to talk to a lawyer, but I hoped I could avoid that." Nick really doesn't want Summer to fight for custody of Harrison, because the boy is Kyle's biological son. "If Kyle was a threat, I wouldn't have won that argument." But Summer just shook her head, her eyes filled with disappointment and anger. "I can't believe Dad said that," she said, then left decisively. Summer may seek Tara's help. It seems she will find out who Harrison's biological father is. Where she met Diane Jenkins in a large room with classic paintings on the walls. Diane looked at Summer with concern and seriousness. Diane looked at Summer with pleading. She also urged Diane to stop fighting with Kyle, it wouldn't end well. But with Tara's appearance, things can definitely change, when she reveals that Harrison is not Kyle's son. The plot will have unexpected changes. Please subscribe to Yandra channel to update the latest news on our channel.